at the Fillmore, the world-famous Fillmore, with Portugal the Man. This is one hell of a venue.
Yeah, it's our first time ever playing here, ever even being here.
Yeah.
We're pretty excited. All my uncles and my dad are super pumped.
Oh,
too.
yeah?
Yeah.
Do you have family in this area?
Not in this area.
They're just pumped that you guys are here. They're
Yeah.
just happy for you.
We have a family reunion this weekend up in Washington, and I'm the only Carothers that is not there. And a couple of them almost came down, but they figured, that'd be more. They should do that.
Right. Well, hey, this is the Fillmore.
Yeah, no, that's what I say.
I can only imagine the amount, just in this room alone, of what has happened with debauchery and drugs and sex and rock and roll.
Yeah, I know.
The couch you guys are sitting on right now, it's probably disgusting.
It's probably terrible. And
not gonna eat off of it for sure.
yeah,
no, probably not. Probably not. So you guys have a new record out. Well, I guess it's not too new. I mean, a couple months old now, but you probably finished work on it, what, in the fall, something like that?
No, it actually was finished up directly after Satanic Satanist, or it was started.
Okay.
It was started then, and we got all the songs done. We just kind of took our time with it and just did some weird mixes and just kind of had fun passing things back and forth with Anthony Safri.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool process. I went out to Boston, and while I was working on stuff out there in Boston, I was sending it back to Ryan and the guys, and they were doing little additions from Portland. So it was a cool project.
What made you base out of Portland? You get from Alaska? Are you from Alaska?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I know some of you guys are from Portland, some are from Alaska.
Yeah, the other two guys.
Why Portland? I know they have a great music scene, but...
I think Zach actually went to college down there.
Okay.
And I had no intention of ever leaving the state or being in a band like this. But he and some of our friends asked me to come down and sing for their band, and everything just kind of went from there. We just stayed in Portland because touring out of Alaska is impossible.
Yeah. Well, a lot of BC shows up in Canada.
Yeah.
They like their music.
We could work our way through Whitehorse and
the
Yukon territory.
Wasilla, Alaska, though, of all places, after everything that's gone down the past few years,
Yeah.
you're probably sick of talking about it. But what was it like living in Sarah Palin's city?
Oh, well, she lived
Wonderful.
in Portugal, the man's city.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think we were in the
She
scene
was
a
in
little bit
town.
before.
Yeah.
She may be a little bit bigger, and
You guys are at the Fillmore. She's not at the
giant.
Fillmore.
It's true.
that is true.
But I heard something like she had a
Jealous
hospital
Sarah.
and she brought her church workers in to work in the hospital instead of actual hospital workers.
Yeah. I
She's
put,
done some weird things.
I don't even really care about
Hey, fair enough.
that whole
Back
circle.
to music then.
But yeah, it's a cool place. It's a really nice place. I think I'm really happy that I got to grow up there, and I feel really excited every time I go back to get away from the cities and just be out at my parents' house, be out in Willow or Talkeetna, wherever they're at.
We'll get back to music. You don't want to talk about
All
Sarah
right.
Palin. I understand that.
Yeah,
She's just an interesting person.
Yeah.
She is interesting, yeah.
Yes, well, I'm not going to go there. Anyway, I heard Satanic was more of like a production-focused thing for you guys. It was the first time you guys really focused on not just songwriting, but the other stuff that goes into making a record.
Yeah. It was kind of really the first album we ever really planned in any way. I don't know why we didn't do it in the past. I think we were really caught up in just being loose and like having fun and going into the studio. Not that we didn't have fun on Satanic Satanist, but it was just a different process. We actually wrote songs in advance, and it worked out for the
Ad-libbing in the
best.
studio? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, we still did it on Satanic Satanist. We just had like acoustic demos of it. Then we did all the lead lines and melodies once we got in there.
Nice. I'm sure everyone can hear some of your openers sound checking right now.
Yeah, is this the Builders?
It's
right
the
now?
Builders, yeah.
Have you guys been touring with them? Do you know what they sound like?
The Builders and the
They're
Butchers
all
are actually
Yeah.
from the same place. They're from Alaska,
Oh, really?
and their mandolin player actually played in our band at the beginning.
Huh?
Their merch guy was in our band too at the start. So we've all kind of played together in different ways.
Nice that you guys are bringing them on tour now that you're the big famous band. I don't know very much.
Well,
We're working on it.
yeah.
You guys, a new record every year it seems. So I'm assuming the next one has already started, or something like that.
Yeah, we recorded a little bit in El Paso. We just got back
Oh, really? Okay.
2 weeks ago. We have 3 more weeks of recording later in the year, and we're gonna try and put out a new record probably next spring, or next winter even.
And what are the themes? What are you guys writing about nowadays?
Well, it all kind of goes back to just the way we were raised, and the things that we see. I don't know. It's gonna come together when it comes together. I guess.
I find it interesting on American Ghetto how you have a song called 60 Years and a song called 1,000 Years.
Yeah.
I just find that interesting.
Yeah, I'm pretty big on themes throughout albums. I think most of it comes from the lyrics all being written on the spot. So like I'll write out all the lyrics at the end of recording and do all the vocals. Yeah. So you'll have a lot of themes that run from start to finish.
Interesting. Do you ever get self-conscious about doing that one?
No.
Thinking, well, I talked about that in that song. Maybe I should throw it in that song too.
Yeah, I think it brings around a lot of consistency, and it makes the lyrics a little bit more honest as well. To just kind of do it and not over edit, not overthink everything that's happening. I mean, it's just music. I mean, how many times did the Beatles use the sun yesterday? What love? It gets used all the time. I mean, it just works. Put them together in your own way.
You guys are on tour basically. I think you got a month off in the summer, but you got a nice little Canadian run too coming up. In a few weeks with Primus.
I'm really pumped about
Crazy.
that.
Yeah. I don't know how that fits together, but it works. So it does.
Yeah, you know, we're really big Primus fans.
Yeah.
Anyway, somebody had brought up the tour, and right away all of us were like, "You have to put us in for this tour. You know, it's short. You know, who cares? Just put us in for this tour." We could have been doing our own headline tour or whatever, but it's just going to be so cool to just see that band play. And you know, I don't care if they even watch our band, or if we even run into them. Like just being able to play with that band is going to be cool. I mean, one of the tightest, one of the best musicians, yeah, especially in mainstream music.
Yeah.
Dude rips, you know. All of them are just so good. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah, for sure. Let's get a little noisy. I know you gotta call your mom, Josh. So
Yeah,
let you
I
guys
do
go.
have to call my mom.
But thank you very much.
Yeah.
Much appreciated. Thanks.
Thank you
I
very
appreciate
much.
it, man.
Thank you.